So at the fucking, I feel like I start every podcast that I do by myself with just like, okay, so this fucking, but anyway, so we got this fucking, there's a tourist information group, or tourist information desk, rather, at the hotel, and it's called Gray Line. It's literally just a little, probably fucking 3x3 desk, and then they got a shitty TV behind the desk. They're kind of stowed, like stuffed away in the corner. So it's a 3 foot by 3 foot desk, and like solid. You can't see any legs or anything behind it. And then they got like a rolling chair, and then behind them they have like a 10-inch TV that just plays like shitty, like vacation stock footage from like the early 2000s with like shitty like typeface and like font on it, with just Niagara Falls bullshit, and then just shit that's not even related, like some fucking obscure cavern in Ohio or something. But so it's the Gray Line booth, and they're supposed to offer information to tourists, rather. It's kind of like a concierge, but yeah, they're just not the tourists. They usually leave more confused and just more confused than they initially walked up with their first question, because the Gray Line people, they aren't really trying to make sure that these tourists are fully informed or have like the best time or know exactly what to do. Their objective is just to sell people their tour, which is, it's like a 4-hour tour, and for one ticket it's like $130, and it literally only takes you to like 3 or 4 things: fucking May of the Mist bullshit, Cave of the Winds bullshit, and they so it's like $130 a pop for this 4-hour tour. And that's the only objective that they have. They're not really trying to inform or just answer people's general questions. They're literally just trying to sell. And the salespeople that are behind, that work this booth, they're all mostly retired, just like completely out of it, like 70 plus. And they have to use like a fucking, they don't even have like a cash register, obviously, just because they have a fucking children's school desk. So they have like an iPad, and then I think you can only pay with card, but they definitely have an iPad, and that's always giving the agents hell, because they're fucking 85 years old and they don't even know which way's fucking up. But yeah, even the DVD players that's behind them, that's enough difficulty for them. Like that should be the end of the line. But so they have the iPads, and they're just trying to just sell to people, not really offer people information. And whenever somebody like asks them, like, oh, like how far away is the falls from here, they're always like super, like they just overshoot it by like 15 minutes. Yeah, it's like a 30-minute walk from here, even though it's like so close, just to try and incentivize and make the tour, sound like it would make more sense. But it's literally just a fucking scam, and we don't even like get a cut from it. And these people that work the booth are basically useless. This guy, John, who's actually really cool, but he's probably 70 plus. He's always got like a white button-up shirt with a tie on and just some black slacks, and they're just very ill-fitting, just very, very, very puffy looking on him. He kind of looks like the Monopoly character without the hat on, and he's always like shaking and shit. I think he might have like Parkinson's or fucking cancer or something like that, but he's always outside smoking cigarettes, and then he comes in. He's always gone every like 15 minutes, but always looking for him. But then when he eventually fucking comes in from his Newport break, he's always fucking just asleep at the desk. He's literally 75 years old, and he's just hunched over, and it's got to be doing a number on his back and just his fucking posture, just really folding him up. But yeah, he's cool, and he drives this shitty little pickup truck, just the two-seater pickup truck. And there's like fucking 8 spare tires in the bed of it for some reason. So there's 8 spare tires, probably like some empty cans too, and they're sprinkled in there. And in the cab of the truck, his seats are wrapped in plastic. And I think there's some kind of like Jesus necklace or something wrapped around the rear view. And yeah, he's a good guy, but he's just fucking, I don't know, he's fucking retired. So what do you expect him to do? I think he retired actually from the job that he works now. Which, I mean, I don't even know if that makes sense, but whatever, fucking get your bread there, King. And another dude we had there, I might have already talked about this, but older gentleman, probably a little bit younger than John, so maybe like 65, fat, bald, white dude. Always wears like a polo shirt. And would always make a deal or just make it known that he's like a Republican. I'm a card-carrying, whatever the fuck, I'm a fucking kind of shit like that. And he would always fucking, well, the one day I caught him, he was reading fucking Mein Kampf, fucking Hitler's book, just sitting there just reading it. And then the other day he was, well, he would always talk about how he likes to go to the shooting range and whatever. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we're in the lobby of a hotel and you're just talking about how you like destroying and like shooting things. But yeah, sure. Like, this is, yeah, sure. Great. Go on. And he's talking about shooting and like fucking tactical practice. I don't even know what the fuck they do. But then one day he had some kind of fucking camera rigged to his head. I don't know if it was a fucking GoPro or it was attached to his reading glasses, but he had this footage where it was like first person and he was like shooting at a range and like going through some kind of obstacle course. But the thing about this dude, I didn't even catch his name, but the thing about him is that he had a shitty knee, so he had a bum knee, so the footage was a little bit fucking bumpy and wonky, just because he's fucking, I think his one leg was a little bit shorter than the other. But yeah, he was really proud to show us his first person shooter footage, and he was just always just one of those people where you just talk to him, or you ask him one question, they just fucking go for hours. And then there was like a brand new person that was working the fucking tourist information booth. I think his name was Art. He's like fucking 88 years old. They just keep getting like this fucking shortage of labor, people on fucking unemployment, heroin, all that. But so that leaves us with Art at the fucking tourist information group. He's literally 85, I'm pretty sure. But and they did not train this. They didn't train him at all. So they just kind of threw him to the wolves, to all the Asian and Hispanic tourists to ask him questions. And he didn't even know what the fuck. He didn't know like where Niagara Falls was in relation to where we were. He didn't know what he didn't know what the fucking May the Mist or any of that bullshit was. He just completely clueless. And of course he doesn't know how to work the fucking iPad. Are you kidding me? He doesn't know where the fuck he is. He doesn't know what his name is, and you want him to fucking work an iPad? You might as well you might as well ask him to fucking build a rocket and go to fucking space. And yeah, they just send him to the fucking wolves his first day, and then the next day he's just fucking. They had some kind of trainer come in, and maybe he got on his feet, but I seriously doubt that he has, any notion or clue of what he's supposed to be doing. But in reality, they don't really have to do anything. They usually just sit there for 6 or 7 hours a piece and just nap or just, I don't know, read Hitler's book like the one guy did. But yeah, that's all they do. And then fucking Friday, so obviously they book the tour, and then their tour guide comes in like, "Hey, I'm here for the Anderson family," and they're like, "Okay, come with me." And the tour guide, it's always usually the same one. It's either this dude Larry or this lady tour guide. I don't know what her name is. I think she's a lesbian. I think her name's probably Betsy or something. But Larry, he's this, once again, just geezer, just like 80. Long white socks, always pulled up right underneath the kneecap. Either New Balance or like Air Monarch-esque footwear. Usually a polo t-shirt on brand, and then like a fedora. And he comes in on Friday to get his group. He's like, "Oh, is the Duck family here?" Or some last name with a D. I couldn't discern or make out what he said. And they're like, "Yeah, we're over here," and it's this big Asian family, probably about at least 10 people. And he kind of gets them all together, gets them in front of the desk. And it's like slowing down, so there's not really anybody in the lobby, so I'm just watching Larry do his job. And he gets all the this Asian family right in front of the booth, or in front of the desk rather, and he's like, "All right, who speaks English? I doubt any of you speak English." And he says this to the fucking family, and they're all like, "Yeah, we all fucking speak English. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?" And he said that verbatim. That's what he said to this fucking family in front of me and then fucking my other coworkers, and we didn't say anything to him. But once he left, we were just like, "Holy shit. Holy fuck, Larry, you're fucking out of pocket." Well, he was probably born in literally the fucking Great Depression, so I wouldn't put it past him if he's fucking accidentally racist all the time. And yeah, so that just happened, and of course, if you tried to explain that to him, he'd just be like, "What? How did I offend?" It just wouldn't work at all. But yeah, he's just a crazy dude, very very zany. He's got like a red nose, like he was probably still an alcoholic, but he's always just got lots of energy, like fucking Grandpa Joe or some shit from Charlie and the whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, he is accidentally racist and always talking about his restaurant preferences and how he's been to every restaurant and shit like that. Just old people small talk. He always talks to the tourist information people. Just about the most mundane shit. But anyways, I think I'm going to end it here because go Bills.